Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age. I'm MysteriousJG. So last time, after getting pretty full of myself with the video where we were taking on Zodiac and knocked him down to like maybe a quarter, maybe a fifth of his health left without a whole lot of problems, suddenly I ran into a lot of problems with Zodiac. And while I did, I couldn't help myself. I did a little reading on how to actually handle it, and I have a better understanding of why we weren't able to do anything about him. I still kind of decided we'd step away and come back and deal with Zodiac later. So, right now, we've leveled up very slightly, but that was just because I was grinding for items to get more stuff in the world of... Yeah, these are the guys who, like back when we were at the tomb of the Wraithwall or whatever, but all the items that we need to create various fancy bizarre recipes, because we're about to get some serious stuff here. Jewel of the Serpent. The surface of this gem writhes the serpentine pattern within untold magic sleep. Serpentarius. Jewel of Creation. Another worldly light emanates from within this jewel. A profound sense of peace comes over all who look upon it. Empyrean Soul. There's 3 ingredients you need for the best sword in the game. One of them was dropping when we defeated the level 99 Chocobo, which was happening off screen. So I never, even though there is a recipe to build that ingredient, we never, you're not going to get to see that in the Bazaar. But we do need 3 Serpentariuses. We need 3 gem steels. I've got 4. That's the one that I was getting from level 99 Chocobos, and 3 Imperial Souls. And now we have available the Sunflower, a single beautiful sunflower. Brilliant as the sun, wondrous as creation. 600,000. And that unlocks Tournesol, which I want to say was like Titus's ultimate weapon, but I think I got that name wrong. I don't think that's actually what it is. At any rate, the only one who can actually equip it is Ash. But that's pretty much the weapon she's going to have equipped for the rest of the game, probably, because it is the ultimate two-handed sword. For some reason, when I was building up to get it, I thought it was a one-handed sword, so I thought she was going to be able to use it, plus some really high-end shield or something, but no, it's a two-handed sword. It, unlike the Excalibur, which is wholly elemental, it is non-elemental, which means there's probably some specific enemies that the Excalibur is better against. But honestly, even Zodiac, one of the reasons we couldn't beat him at the end is he changes his elemental weakness after a while, and eventually stops taking damage from Holy, which is his elemental weakness to start with. But the Tournesol, and we can step out of town here to see it. And see, Berserk is not going away because it's considered a positive status thing. But if we step out, we can see on Ash's back the Tournesol, and it's a pretty fancy looking sword. You can also see what the Excalibur looks like if we hadn't gotten a good look at that during the fight with Zodiac. There you go. But now she's got the best weapon in the game. I'm kind of done playing around with the Bazaar system. Another thing that happened off screen, thanks to All Dragon pointed out that the cleanse spell was available in the Cerobi Steppes. It's in a chest which doesn't spawn every time, and every time it spawns it doesn't contain cleanse. So, you know, fuck you, game. But we got it anyway. What is the thing that gets rid of... Oh. Actually, let's quick get rid of, we can dispel, might as well just use Dispel Ga. So she actually gets cleanse, but, So that gets rid of their protect and stuff, but they can reestablish that later. So what I want to do now, we've got quite a few hunts that are available to us. There's also the Hunt Club side quest, which we came to that town, but we haven't actually... that quest wasn't available to us yet. So we met the guy who was the founder, or the mystery benefactor of the Hunt Club. He was hanging around in Arcades, and like fancy pants section of Arcades, which you can only get if you do lots and lots of these stupid quests, helping people find each other and earning chops or whatever. But we should be able to initiate the Hunt Club side quest now, so let's try to do that. Enthusiastic street here. Enthusiastic. Comes with hunt. Results are everything. Some of the best items in the game are available exclusively through this side quest. But I'm not 100% sure who we talk to initiate it. Because you are a vendor. You are Gertie. You're renting out chocobos. It's not what we're about right at this second. Oh, this might be where it starts. See, I think I told you before, but we're looking for sharp-taloned birds of prey, not spring chickens, the best of the best. Now, I hear you brought down the Mandragoras and Sochin, and I've been considering you for future opportunities with us. You can hear all the tales you like about a fellow, but the true test of a hunter comes here, in the bush. Push in the bush? You've got to be careful. In bush. Sorry. Dude, I know we lost to Zodiac, but we did beat Ultima the High Seraph, so come on. Let's write a test. If you can accomplish the task I shall lay before you, I'll let you into our little hunt club. Venture out into the bush, hunt down the game that I assign you, come back, and I'll tell you more. So, are you a bird of prey or a chicken? I'm a bird of prey. Right. Now, the game I want you to hunt is called the Thalassanon. Normally, I'd have you out in the bush searching for yourself. If this is your first hunt, and we happen to know where one is, I'll make it easy for you. He's close, on the Vadu Strand. Now, your game is what we call rare. You can't expect to just walk out and find them all over. No, you've got to know how to flush them out, and that isn't always easy. Listen now, the Thassalon can only be spotted from a good elevation. Even if you don't see him at first, you pick your spot and keep looking. Dispatch him, and he'll drop a shelled trophy. You bring that to me. Now, I've gone a bit out of my way to explain things for you, but the hard part's up to you, the hunt. Find your game, hunt him well, and bring him back that shelled trophy. Me, I'll be here awaiting the good word. Good hunting. That dog will hunt. So, hunts. Well, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get... You kind of just need to be paying attention here, because he said... Did he tell? He told us exactly where it was, the Vadu Strand. Okay. For the rest of these, I probably will be getting the help of a wiki, because the battles are not usually as difficult as finding the marks. There's like, I think, 30? And if you give, or no, actually, I think there's 60 rare marks, because if you give the trophies, you can give to one of 3 different people, but if you split them evenly, 20 each, you end up getting access to some of the best items in the game. Oh, I've got to change our gambits, because I had gambits set for a very specific enemy where we needed to... We had gambits set for a very specific enemy where I needed to keep respawning the same enemy over and over. Do you still have Petrify? No, it's just you got that off before we could kill the enemy. So now with the power of the Turnosoul, we can defeat these guys. Although, as you can see, she was like right at the damage limit there. Oh, never mind. She wasn't at the damage limit. Because she just went over 9999 damage. I don't honestly think the Turnosoul is going to make a huge difference, but I like the idea that we've got the best sword in the game for Ash. It's not the best sword in the game for Ashe. It's the best sword in the game for whatever character you make your knight. Which I guess, if I was role-playing a little more close to the game itself, I suppose our knight should have been Bosch, but that just seemed boring. And knight is not an out-of-character class for Ashe to have. It just fits Bosch particularly well. Now that could be the rare game right there. What's a Mandragora? Or that could be it. What's the name of this thing that we're going after? I don't think that was it. I do not remember the name of this guy that we're after. I do know that I intended to get a big, long recording session of this game going today, and it kind of didn't happen. Because I got sucked into playing Neo, and I had a good time. But, I did miss the chance to play more of this game. So she never ended up getting telekinesis. I do really need to give her something that she can do against flying enemies. And it's probably not cast regen on them, actually. 1,000 needles isn't great, but at least it will hit them. Better than nothing. Better than her just wasting her turns entirely. The hunt quest is also the only reliable way I'm aware of in this version, the Zodiac Age version, to get the Zodiac Spear, which is the only weapon that's actually stronger than the Tournesol in per hit damage. That's a... No, there's a couple of, like, super rare... They're weird. They're, like, invisible. I'm not even kidding. Like, your character equips them and you can't see them. And they were added for the Zodiac Age version, but like the most powerful kind of, like, I guess normal weapons would be the Zodiac Spear and the Tournesol. And the Zodiac Spear is one where in the previous game it was set up if you open certain chests and there was nothing in the game that told you it worked this way. If you didn't have the hint book or, you know, the Brady guide or whatever they had, there was nothing to indicate that you shouldn't open certain treasures. But Esker berries, what the hell would I thought those were the ones that you used to defeat that one boss that we didn't even bother to use them against. Whatever. But yeah, like, you would be afraid to go after these treasures here. I probably should have come after these treasures with that, like, item equipped that occasionally gives you rare treasure. I feel like I'm not actually winning this rare game hunt right now, because I don't feel like we actually found the rare game yet. I don't think it was Mandragora. I guess I can attack one and find out. We got a succulent fruit. So the one thing they said is to get to a high place and just stand around and look. So it's possible that, like, moving around after I got here was messing me up and I just want to hang out. I don't know if speeding up things is a good idea. Oh, there he is. That is almost certainly what we were looking for. Still gonna be there? Alright. Let's try to steal from it before anything else. And, yeah, I'm thinking that this is probably it. Nugget of adamantite. Are you ladies equipped with ribbons? No, you are not. Let's get ribbons on you guys. Or gals. Oh, let's not use genders. Never mind. I have this bad habit. Well, it's not a bad habit, I guess. It can't be a bad habit. Of I'll check CNN and Fox News both, like, one after the other, to try to get a handle on what's happening and, like, what the kind of most extreme, or at least two very different viewpoints on the news are. And I went down the rabbit hole at Fox. They were making fun of, you know, commie libtard cucks or whatever. Basically, I ended up watching something where I don't know that this was a big deal at all. They were making fun of this national meeting of, you know, American socialist whatever. Like, I don't know that this. I have no real way of knowing whether this thing mattered at all. Like, they were making it out like, oh, these are the biggest steel socialists in the country, and look at how ridiculous they are. But I mean, it really, they had a whole thing that I read, and I was like, it was meant for Fox News viewers to hate watch and just to make fun of. But yeah, these guys were being pretty ridiculous. Like, they were. Each speaker would introduce themselves and then say which pronouns they preferred to use. They preferred to be used to describe them, and then they would the clips that they pulled out. There might have been a lot of really intelligent discussions that went on at this meeting. I couldn't say for sure, but these clips that were pulled out were just them, people interrupting the chairperson to bitch about you know, please don't. Can we please keep down the background chatter? I mean, it's like they were basically saying that they were using the word triggered, like literally saying this. You know, I'm being triggered by this, that, and the other. Like, I didn't think that was a real thing. I always hear people making fun of that. I guess I hadn't really heard it being used, but these are people who really use the term, like, who really do talk about trigger warnings, and you know, Fox was making fun of them for it, but. The big one was somebody getting really upset because somebody spoke to the whole group and asked them to keep the noise down because it was causing them anxiety. And they were triggered by loud noises. And then somebody immediately got up and then complained because they said, come on, guys, let's not do that. And then somebody immediately got up and asked if the speaker would refrain from using gender-specific language when referring to the entire group. And for some reason I was reminded of that now. We really don't seem to be... Oh, has nothing to see. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot. I thought the steel kept failing. I didn't notice that at some point we'd actually stolen from it, and that's why. Okay. So if possible, I guess I could vaguely try to... might be able to poach this thing. Okay, I'm going to need to shut everybody's attack gambits off immediately to have any chance of doing that. So we'll try to poach it just for the hell of it. You might as well have a gambit about poaching foes, actually. And you are just going to need to stop attacking. Just long enough to see if this thing is poachable. It might not be poachable at all. We'll know in a second. Okay, it's immune, so that was a complete waste of time. Sorry. Might as well have those on, because she won't use them. need to put those in a separate order now that I think about it. In a different order, I should say. Cool. We obtained a shelled trophy. So we got a bunch of enemies like that. They're generally weaker than marks, but it's a bit of a puzzle to find them. They're not always like weak at all. But the highest end bosses in the game are going to be the espers and the elite marks. It's not going to be the Hunt Club side quest creatures by and large. So sadly, I'm saving over the all these things that had to do with with going into that staging shaft. Basically, I'm giving up on getting rid of Zodiac anytime real soon. But that's not true, because I could always teleport right back to that same green crystal where that save slot was. You're not the master hunter, are you? Well-informed, Mega. I'm a banger who likes to mash. Here it is. Alright. I was waiting. Good, good. I believe you've passed the test. Welcome to the Hunt Club. Now, for your next task, I know. Why don't you have a word with the three banger brothers over there? Good hunting. If you're ready for more, go and talk to the three banger brothers over there. They're a bit shifty in a pinch, but they won't lead you astray. So, what do you mean by saying they're shifty in a pinch? It's attack, so you passed your test. If the master says you're good enough, then I suppose I might as well put you to work for me. Now listen, this is what I want you to do. There's a rare game out there. What have mutated? They're a sight meaner than the usual fare. Your usual marks, they get posted after the damage has been done, but we want you to find this rare game before lives are lost, see? These rare games, they aren't going to make it easy for you. You have to find them and bring them down before you know they're rare for sure. If they drop a trophy when they fall, congratulations, you've just filled yourself a rare game. Now you bring them trophies back here when you get them. We won't pay you direct like with them usual marks, but you'll get yours. See, if you bring in enough trophies, we'll put things out at the outfitters for you to buy. Give them to me and I'll stock up weapons. You could give them to my brothers too, but I don't see why you want to do that really. So how about it? You want to join the hunt? Say yes and I'll send you out on your way. And you can turn them trophies in to whom you please. Of course, that's me, right? You ready? I'm ready. Alright, then have it, boy, and bring your trophies back to me. You get lost or aren't sure what to do, you ask the hunt master. He's been at this since I was still crawling. He'll learn you right. Hey, if you have any questions, you talk to the hunt master. I'm just here for trophies, see? If I don't see no trophy, don't waste my precious time, boy. I guess any of them would have explained it to you. Well, if you don't got a trophy, do you try a little hard, whatever. So we missed the chance to get the unique explanation these guys would offer, possibly different only in the sentence about what they give you. How goes on? Yes, I see you've been keeping track of the trophy. I can keep track of the trophies. You've handed the banger brothers 3. 0 to attack, 0 to block, 0 to stock. Anything else you'd like to know about? Tell me about Rare Game. Rare Game are a tricky lot. They're not waiting around, waiting to be seen. They're fickle creatures. Oh, so they don't actually give you hints on where to go at all. Hunt Club business for sport. This Rare Game spot on the rampage. The only thing between them and its next victim. Or your average mark is posted after the damage has been done. Okay. We found patrons at Arcades with an eye for what we do and interest to support. In fact, they wager on our hunts. Wager is simple. They pick a favorite hunter, and should he fail the most game, they win. You're a guest here, so they'll not wager on you. For you, we have a different contest in store. Now bring us back Rare Hunt game and be sure to bring a trophy back. The question is, Twitch to bang is Brothers 3, will you give it? That's our little wager. Give the banger of your choice some trophies, and you'll be duly rewarded. We'll put some things in the outfitters. You follow, the more rare game you fell, blah, blah, blah. I suppose I should tell you, we've worked out a system to avoid getting too much of one thing at the outfitters. See, we split things up. Attacks in charge of stocking weapons, blocks in charge of armor, stock handles everything else. Think well before turning your trophies. What's available at the outfitters depends on how many you bring in. In other words, without a guide to tell you what the best possible rewards are, there's no way to know what to fucking do. Got it. Well, that being said, you have no clues on where to go to get Rare Game. But we at least initiated the quest. This is very much the kind of quest that you need to do with the dang guidebook open, because otherwise it's just something that you can spend hours wandering around hoping to find rare game, which I don't feel like doing right now. Alright, so I'm calling it a video. It's a little on the short side. When we come back, I'll probably be running around with the guide open looking for rare game. Rare game are the source of some useful dropped items, but like each one can only be defeated once, so I'll have to read about each rare game as I go after it to determine whether I want to try to find some way to exploit, like, stealing from it, leaving the screen, coming back, respawning it, that kind of nonsense. But now that I got the sunflower, by and large, I'm not that worried about getting, like, the very best bow and the very best this and the very best that. Like, we got the best sword. I don't know, maybe I need to find something fancier for Van than what he's using, but we'll find out next time how this is all going to go down. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys later with Fack wide open, his hands open, his eyes uncovered, or whatever. JG and the Zodiac at Tanagra. Yes, no.